So she said, so it's enough. So you kind of come to New Hampshire, it's enough to keep you satisfied. Okay. Sometimes the opposite. I feel like for white people, it may be easier to date your own race. Because I feel like maybe...
if I make the cake stretch, it's gonna get Liguria. She want me to say yes, I can't be Liguria.
What's up, everybody? It is Welcometochynna, and welcome to my channel. And today, you guys, we have a guest here. It is Ask a Black Girl. We are coming back, and I got my girl with me today, Miss Olivia. Olivia, go ahead and introduce yourself and share us with your Instagram and TikTok platform.
Hey guys, my name is Olivia, but you guys can call me Livi if you want. My Instagram, if you want to follow me, is at LivyRose_97. And I dabble in some TikTok as well, so definitely follow me on TikTok at LivyRose97, no underscore on that one.
All right, y'all, so I'm going to go ahead and put that down. Olivia is one of my great friends that I have here in New Hampshire, one of my very few. So I have her here today, and we are going to go ahead and debunk interracial dating. But before we get there, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell because I'm on my way to 400 subscribers, and these are going to be conversations that we're going to be having, and I'm excited to open these things up. So, you guys, we're going to be debunking interracial dating. That's something that is very talked about in the Black community, talked about in all communities, and specifically with us as women, it is something that is talked about a lot.
Yeah, because we both interracially date.
We both interracially date, and as I was saying, it's very hard for us as like women, young ladies, to kind of get rid of the stereotypes, right?
Yeah, I get a lot of stereotypical comments.
So what kind of stereotypes do you get?
Just a lot of, oh, you date black guys? You don't date white guys?
Oh, do you date black guys, not white guys?
You don't date white guys? And I'm like, no, I'm not opposed to it. I'm honestly I'm bisexual, so I'm very open to a lot of stuff. So I don't have a limit, but my preference is, black men when it comes to men.
So it's a preference. Okay, So we're going to talk about that. So Olivia is saying that she has a preference of black men. So I'm a little bit different. In the past, I've dated black men a lot. All throughout college, a little bit throughout high school. I went to a predominantly white school in high school, so that was really dating age. So I feel like I dated white guys then, but I don't feel like that we were really connecting as we should have been. I don't think it was as a deep connection that I have now.
Right.
So now, my boyfriend is white, he is Caucasian, and we did meet in New Hampshire. But of course, it's you meet people where you are. So I feel like that is something. But okay, a question for you. So we live in New Hampshire. Is it black guys here in New Hampshire today? Because I feel like New Hampshire's all white.
There are a lot. There's the black population here is not a lot. So there aren't a lot of black men here. But there are enough.
It's enough. So she said, so it's enough. So if you kind of come to New Hampshire, it's enough to keep you satisfied. Okay. Anyway, y'all, so we're going to go ahead and get to the questions. We talked about some stereotypes. I think stereotypes that I get as a black woman for people is they call us bed winches. Mm-hmm. Do you know, have you heard of bed winch?
No.
So a bed winch is what they would call the black woman who would sleep with massa in slavery, a bed winch. So that's what they would call black women who would sleep and be picked to sleep with the white men. So a lot of black women who date now are called bed winches. So I could be considered a bed winch because I bed winch and sleep in the bed with a white man. Yes, bed winches.
Never heard of that.
So yes, that's definitely something. And people think that I'm not cultured. People feel that I don't embrace my culture. But It's interesting. A lot of my exes that I have who are black, I don't feel like they really pull that card on me because they know that China gives everybody a little bit of love. We're gonna love everybody ultimately. But if they're cute, they're cute. I'm sure if Zac Efron said what's up, you might. You might wave. But we don't have no Zac Efron.
Or Chris Hemsworth, Liam, maybe.
Honestly, New Hampshire might just not be bringing it enough. So that's just what I'm saying.
If I'm gonna be real too, see, this is where I am at. I prefer black men, but also I love men who are really muscular and bulky. So that's where I am not opposed to if a white man came along and was I want to pick you up.
So if any man want to grab her and grab her up, then we're open to it. So, okay, she already put her platform in there, y'all, so let's get into it. Okay, so the first question that we're going to debunk is, do you only date white guys or black girls or vice versa, this, that, and the third? So, I'm going to say no, because you can check my track record. People can check me. That's not true. Of course, I did settle with someone who is white and someone who I feel that will be my life partner and my husband. That is what it is. But I feel like that, yes, I was always open to dating people of all races, and I always did.
Okay.
So I don't think that I do or did just date white guys. Or, what about yourself?
For me, because the whole bisexual thing plays into it as well, I may have more of a preference towards men, but with women, I'm more open because I think it's more of like, I like to explore women, I think, more than men, in a sense.
Okay, so if you're here and you're bisexual, you identify as bisexual, you're finding your sexuality, and you do like to date outside of your race, or you are interracial dating, is it any advice that you would have, or is it a different pool of people? Like, I'm a heterosexual woman.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's anything like different for people who, maybe just are attracted to people of one race, or, is it different, or is it just the same for everybody?
I mean, I guess it can be different. Yeah, it really is different because it depends on your preference as well.
Okay.
So, for me, it's more about like, I have a preference, but also it's more about how you treat me and like personality. So at the end of the day, it's like, everybody has a preference. I have a preference, but it's more about like how you treat me at the end of the day, and gender doesn't matter.
I got
or
you.
Race doesn't
matter. So could
matter.
it be like just like how women are just our genetic uptake? It's just something that you would look for more in a woman that you may connect with. That you like, opposed to like a man that you feel like is just strong. Because women aren't gonna obviously we're not gonna be Liam Hemsworth up there snatching you up.
Yeah.
So that's valid. I like that. That's something that's like definitely a topic that's like interesting, and like
women are really more intuitive, and like we really understand each other. Yeah. And men are
maybe it's not a first attraction per se. It'd be the personality, it's other things.
Yeah. Okay. There's so much that plays into it.
Okay. All right. So our next thing is, how does your family feel about relationships or things like interracial dating? So I feel like my family in particular, they've always accepted it, but I think that they did place it upon like, she goes to school in the suburbs. She's around white people. She's around people of different races, so she's more likely to date outside of her race. I feel like if it was somebody who they would pick to close your eyes and pick who would date outside their race, it would be me. So, excuse me. I don't think that that's something that's necessarily surprising, but I feel like the black community and black people, I'm not going to say all black people, are still more accepting. I feel like it would be more white families or families of other races that would say, oh, you come home with a white girl? No. You come home with a black girl? No. But I feel like, more so if you were with a black man and you were to bring them home, I feel like they would maybe be more accepting than, the friend next door bringing another person of a different race home.
Right.
So that's kind of how I feel about it. But what is your take on, bringing people home or bringing it up to family?
So my family, they're very accepting, but I will say when my ex-boyfriend who, he's half black, half white.
Okay, so he's biracial. Okay.
Yeah, so his mom's white, his dad's black. And when I first started dating him, it was interesting because part of my family, they don't really care. They're, as long as I'm happy and as long as I'm healthy, that's all they care about. But some people, like, I'm not going to say who, but there's some people
Is
who
it a
are
generational difference?
Yeah. Okay. Some people be like, oh, you like,
who you like, whatever, in terms you'll say whatever,
Yeah, so it's like, I'm like, yeah, like, I mean, it's not really even that, it's just like, I like this person in general.
Yeah, that's interesting you say that. One of my friends, her and I are not friends now, whatever, but one of my friends in the past, she was white and she was dating a black guy. He wasn't the best. He was just a shitty person in general. But her family, she wanted to tell her grandmother, her family, that she's dating a black man. And they said, well, what is it? What are you, pregnant? And she's like, no, like my boyfriend so-and-so is black. And her grandma said, I wish you would have told me that you were pregnant. So, unexpected pregnancy, all those different things. She said that would have been enough for her, but she just wished that she wouldn't have said that he was black. But I feel like that I agree, you can't help who you like.
Right.
But I also think that it's a line, and I'm going to go into our next topic of fetishizing. I think that people do fetishize, I can't say the word, fetish, if you look it up. But I think that people do fetishize people in different races. For example, for me, as a black woman, white men definitely fetishize or have fetishes about black women. I feel like that a lot of white men in particular do not date outside of their race. A lot of black men, I feel like they do. Like I don't think that I have necessarily the like statistics on it, but I feel like more so if it's a white man dating a black woman, then that's more something that's like magnified opposed to like a white woman and a black man. I feel is like more of a common relationship. Right. But they still view it as a fetish. And I know people, black women who are like friends, family, whoever, they feel like white men just have fetishes about black women. The big booties, this, that, they look at Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, you know, like all that, like that, but that's not, you know, you just like who you like.
Right.
But now, do you feel that white people do fetishize or fantasize about, you know, being with a black person or a person of another race?
Yeah, I know me personally, I don't, but I've seen and I've witnessed things.
Has black men fetishized you, or people of other people fetishized you from your race?
Yeah, especially like
Expand.
Tinder. I've had a lot of.
Tell us what they say.
I've had a lot of black guys because I am plus size and I love my curves and I am confident and a lot of guys look at that as me being sexual. And
yes, they put that together.
Black guys, and I've been on a lot of dating sites. I've talked to a lot of white men. I've talked to a lot of black men, and a lot of black men that I have encountered have definitely sexualized me.
Black men like, but
white men have
they
too.
Like the curves, but I'm gonna say this, but because it's like, you know, it's more something to say that as someone not being black or someone whatever, but it's your upbringing. You see what you see. You see curves, you see this and the third. Whether if a black man was going to just date white women, if that and the third, whatever, and never date a black woman again, that's fine. But you know, more likely, black men do like white women who have curves, white women who have something to grab onto, you know, not a flat booty.
No problem with
that. I wonder where that comes from. Does it come from, you know, seeing like, you know, women in your own community, whether you date them or not, who have curves or whatever? But I do see that black men do go for thicker women.
I mean, white men too. Don't get me wrong.
They do. Obvious.
I've had fair share of white men in my time.
Me too. Obviously, I'm not gonna blast Buddy.
It's just an observation, if anything.
But fetishes do exist, and I think that that's something that I think we're debunking, like stereotypes and things like that. So in more ways than one, like no, if you're dating an interracial relationship, what we're saying is like you're not gonna really get fetishized that much, but it does happen.
Right. I don't fetishize like race. I fetishize muscular men.
Yeah, it's specifically if that's muscle, you look good.
You got big arms.
Yeah, I like beards. I like beards.
Yeah.
I like some like bulkiness to you. You know, it's gonna be a little thing, but hey, if you're a lady, you got a beard or bulkiness to you, maybe you don't know, it's just what you like. But hey, all right. People say, wouldn't it be easier to date your own race?
I mean, I've been there, you know. I mean, we've all done it, right?
I don't think it would be easier. I feel like in a way it's harder. For me, I feel like now that I'm in a serious interracial relationship, to be honest, like my boyfriend is from like Maine, which is like a far state for me being from Detroit, Michigan. So like ideals where we're from, all those different things, people are just completely different. Yeah. So I feel like no, my boyfriend's not racist. My boyfriend's family's not racist. I haven't seen anything racist, thank goodness, and that's something that is a blessing. But ultimately, this community, the city you come from, people still have those tendencies, and that still exists from where you're from. Right. So I feel like sometimes, like, I have to explain certain things to him, or certain things exist there that don't exist here. Or when I bring him home to me, my family are coming home to Michigan. It's different things that we do. You know, it's still cultural differences. I would be lying if I didn't ever have to tell him, this is how my life is as a black woman, or this is how my life is as someone else. So in a lot of ways, like you, I've had white friends and friends who are white women who have dated black men and have dated outside their race. And I've only seen them love them truly. But also, I think that it is something to it that I feel like it's sometimes the opposite. I feel like for white people, it may be easier to date your own race. Because I feel like maybe, because if you're white and people place it as privilege, no matter how fucked up our life is, just how society views it, that sometimes people can view it as like you're asking for it almost. Like, this is something that you can avoid.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on who you are as a person and how you treat other people, honestly, at the end of the day. Because that could also play into your preference, in my opinion.
So it depends on the person ultimately who has the preferences, and so it's a case-by-case basis.
Mm-hmm.
All right, case by case. I like that answer. It does. It really just comes down to the heart when you really think about it. Like, it's just who you are, but different experiences. You look at the heart, like my experiences is sometimes different, but I do think that when it changes when like raising kids, different things. Like, I feel like when I do have like a child, if he is a son, then it'd be you're a black man. Having a girl in general is different, but it's those different conversations that we do learn and have. It just kind of depends when we have them.
Right.
Do people stare when you go on dates?
I
don't even look.
I worry about people staring at me in general, so I don't really know.
On date, but do you ever feel uncomfortable? Do you ever feel like when you nothing?
No, not about that. No, it's more about like my own self-conscious issues, if anything.
So you're saying it's just you would think that they
It's
would,
just
but
me. It's not because I'm out with somebody or it doesn't matter. Honestly, it's just because I got my own issues.
I feel that. I honestly, I think it would be me too, but I'm like, maybe we just think self-centered. Or maybe they're looking at us because we're somebody of the race.
Like, do I look too fat right now?
That's
like,
how I be feeling. Yeah. Is this me? Oh,
is
sorry.
my gut sticking out?
Oh,
That's
actually,
what
I'm just
thinking about.
interracial dating. I'm sorry. That's what you're looking at. Not even me, but us both.
I don't care who I'm with. Just please don't look at my stomach.
I don't look at it. I don't look at it. I don't. And
I don't either.
I wouldn't look to pay attention to it because if I did acknowledge it, then I feel like it would bother me. So
if you have a problem with it, then that's your problem.
But I feel like places it does definitely like exist that like people do like have these problems though in different like states and different cities. I feel like that is something that people struggle with. Yeah. All right, y'all. So those were just like some of the like bigger topics that we were like interested in discussing with you guys and kind of opening up more of like a platform to have open and honest conversations. Mm-hmm. So something that I did want to end with before, which is like more of a surprise, is we're going to do a little rendition of a Smash or Pass. Oh. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull up random people on Smash or Pass. So I'm gonna like cut this together and just talk about different celebrities and post them at the top. So our first celebrity is, I've never heard of him before, so this is at random. Here you go. KJ Appa.
KJ Appa.
You know who he is?
I'll pass.
You know who he is?
Yeah.
Who is this?
He's on Riverdale. I watched like the first 2, maybe 3 seasons.
Is he like a main character?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a no for me. He wasn't cute. Not my type.
No.
KJ Appa.
I like his accent, but he's not.
Oh, he got a little accent.
He's cute. I'll give him. He's cute, but like not for me.
But not for you. Okay.
Mick
Jagger.
I'm gonna pass.
Kick him to the curb unless they look like Mick Jagger. I'm talking. Everybody getting drunk. Girl, touch my.
You know what? I'll smash for the experience.
Mick Jagger. I feel like Mick Jagger has like some cool like Playboy type stuff. So yeah, I'll definitely give him.
I'll see what Kesha
Smash as well. All right, this is a good one. Tessa Thompson.
Ooh yeah.
And Tessa Thompson is also, I believe, she identifies as completely as a lesbian, is 100% homosexual.
She's beautiful. I'd smash.
I love Tessa Thompson. I will give her a smash as well. She's beautiful. I love that movie Sorry to Bother You. I just like love her eclectic acting style. She's great. Miley Cyrus, of course. It's Miley Cyrus.
It's Miley Cyrus.
That's easy. It's funny. The women are
smash.
easier. The women are easier than the men. I don't even identify. What do you know? All right, our boy Zac Efron.
Always a smash.
Zac Efron. That's what I'm saying. J-Lo.
J-Lo, of course, smash.
Of course.
I would
Demi
smash.
Lopez, yes. All right, Demi Lovato.
Oh, of course.
They're just giving us,
Smash.
This is too
They're
easy.
making it too easy.
I love Demi Lovato. Okay, this is like The Weeknd. Now,
I'm sorry, no,
blinded by the light. I'm not, and it's a no for me.
No,
Weeknd's not my type.
I'm gonna say
Nothing to do
pass.
with race. Yeah, I'm good on that.
I've just never been into The Weeknd.
Ed Sheeran.
No, I'm gonna pass. He's got a baby and a wife.
On a bedroom floor. The only
I like his
other
music.
message you've been there before. And I don't get waves of missing you anymore. They're more like tsunami tides in my eyes, never getting dry to the Okay, I'm sorry. That was my favorite Sharon song during the day. But it's
I
an
love
over
it,
me.
Sharon.
And Sharon's like super unattractive to me. I'm sorry.
Sorry, side note.
Cardi B. Yeah.
Supermarket flowers.
What was that?
Supermarket flowers. So good.
The song?
Yeah.
I've never heard it.
Oh, anyway, we'll continue later.
I found like see like my Ed Sheeran love is just an in between. I'm not gonna it'd be like hit or miss of what like Ed Sheeran songs.
That song made me
Supermarket
cry.
Flowers. That's beautiful. It sounds beautiful.
It's about his grandma who passed away.
Okay, just very good to get dark.
I was gonna think you're gonna cut that out, right?
Cardi B.
Oh,
Cardi.
smash.
Of course. Everybody loves Cardi B.
Of course.
Everybody loves Cardi B. All right, Chris Hemsworth.
Oh God, I would, I would smash. He's got a wife and a kid.
You thinking about that? That don't have nothing to do with that. You're such a respectful woman. I was like, forget it. It doesn't matter.
I
This
would
is a
still
song.
do it. Sorry.
Chris Hemsworth. I like Liam better. Isn't it for me?
I was never into Leah. I don't know why. Everybody else was.
So, Liam Hemsworth or Chris Hemsworth? Leave a comment below. Which is your favorite Hemsworth's brother? But
I'm
I feel like
Thor fan. That's why.
after Miley, Liam's kind of tainted.
Yeah. Sorry, Leah.
So y'all, those are just a little BuzzFeed smash and pass, just to kind of see where we was at. Again, it had a lot of mixture of beautiful black women, and it didn't have any that many like cute white guys. Honestly, they didn't have any black guys on there either. I think this is kind of biased. I don't even know if that's gonna even be worth us like putting here, but I'm just gonna have it anyway. Okay, you guys. So ultimately, I appreciate you guys being here with us. Again, this is Ask a Black Girl. We are debunking interracial dating. We got some more things to do, but make sure you guys check out my girl Olivia at
Livi Rose _97 on Instagram, or if you want to follow me on TikTok, it's at Livi Rose 97 with no underscore.
No underscore. And I'm going to put that again in the description, y'all. So thank you so much, you guys, for being here. I appreciate you guys for bearing with us. Again, it's so nice to be able to talk about topics that we actually care about and that we actually experience. And leave a comment below and let me know if you want us to do more things like that, and hit that sub button so I get to 400 subscribers. All right, y'all. I appreciate you guys for being here, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.